In this video, we'll be discussing plan and deliver exercise assessment task 3 observation. The units covered during this assessment task are the 3 units you can see on the screen. For this assessment task, your VFA trainer will observe you instructing a fellow class member through a fitness program. The fitness program you will instruct is one of the programs you develop for assessment task 1. So if you remember, in planning assessment task 1, you developed 2 programs. One of those programs was for a fellow class member based on their fitness testing results. The other program you wrote for assessment task 1 was for yourself. The program you'll instruct during this assessment task will be the program 1, which was for a fellow class member. At the bottom of the page, you'll see an assessment checklist. This is an observation checklist that your VFA trainer and assessor will use when they're assessing you for this task. So it's really important that you familiarise yourself with the different elements of this assessment task. So go through this, look at the different criteria, and make sure you speak to your trainer and assessor if you're not sure on what they're going to be looking for during the observation. Some key things are obviously technique, motivation. The major muscles are an important one, so you need to be really confident when you instruct the exercises, you know what muscles are being used during each of the exercises, and that the technique is correctly explained and demonstrated. This key point revolves around risk management and safety, so you need to make sure the area is safe, the client's technique is safe, the equipment's safe and being checked, whether the equipment was used correctly, whether the client's technique was correct, their posture, their breathing, etc. And if it's not, you need to make sure you correct it while you're taking them through the exercise. Are they performing the program at the right intensity? And that applies to both resistance training and cardio training. Has the program been ordered correctly? Are you applying recovery, intensity, all these things correctly? So have a look through these dot points. The speed of movement and eccentric control correct, recovery appropriate. Again, with the cardiovascular component of the program and flexibility, make sure that's being correctly applied but also correctly instructed, and the client is safe when you're taking them through these exercises. Some of these last points probably need more explanation. Explain to clients the interrelationship between the various systems of the body when providing information about fitness. This is just one where you've got to get used to the fact that when you're taking your client through, which is a fellow class member, pretend they're just someone off the street, and you're going to be doing some education during the instruction of the program. So in this case, you're going to be talking to them about, during the cardiovascular activity, what's happening to their heart and lungs, and the fact that if they keep doing the program, their heart and lungs will get fitter as they progress through the program. In this one, you're going to talk about the muscles of the body, what muscles are working, but also how they'll change over time and how they'll adapt to the stress of doing a resistance training workout. Talk a bit about the cardio system and respiratory system, what aftercare advice would you give to the client about recovery. This is more about what they need to do home. Okay, you can recommend some stretches, make sure they eat properly, etc. With sound environmental practices maintained, that's more about while you're instructing the program, are you keeping the area clean, efficient use of water, cleaning up sweat, that sort of thing, and were your instructions clear and concise. So again, these key things you need to make sure you familiarise yourself, because this is what your instructor is going to be looking for when you take your client, which is your fellow class member, through the program. Remember, if you've got any further questions, make sure you speak to your VFA trainer and assessor.